Hello, who we got in here? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the like. Alright, that's that sorted. Hope you're all having a good day today, people. But yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Yeah. Anyone got any plans? I'm just gonna walk around again for a bit because, like I said, it's the active recovery. Just walking around, getting the blood flowing and all that. Just get nutrients delivered and get metabolic waste out of the body, and and moving around helps get like the lymphatic system flowing as well. So that's good for like detoxing and things like that. So I remember that a thing called rebound exercise supposed to be good for the lymphatic system, like jumping up and down on a trampoline. I used to go to a trampoline, actually. It was quite fun. They taught me how to do a thing called a forward roll, which is almost like a front flip, but it's. Anyway, so I'm doing like kind of different tricks and stuff, like different like spins and stuff like that. And but yeah, that was something I used to enjoy doing. But yeah, what's everybody up to today anyway? I'm gonna try and do some busking today, I think. At 9:31. So yeah, I'll be probably on for about another hour, maybe. See how this goes, really. But it doesn't look like we're getting a lot of people in here at the moment, so just got to really kind of see how we go with this. To see, yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing all right. Yeah. Okay, so hello James, how you doing? I hope you're well. Good morning to you. Um, yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. Have you been here before? I'm just going to be on here for a bit, and then I'm going and doing a bit of busking, I think. Let's hope it's not going to start pouring down, but we'll just have to see. But I thought I'd go today, and yeah, just kind of in the mood to go there. But yeah, go in town, just do some performing. It's good when you get some reaction and stuff, and like, or it can be quite awkward, and yeah, it's good once people start like tipping and stuff. It can help with confidence, but then you have to just learn to just have that confidence anyway. Oh, you haven't, but it sounds fun. All right, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna be doing the singing in town. So I was talking with someone yesterday who tried it as well, and yeah, I've done busking a good few times before, but it kind of gets mixed results really. But that's to be expected. Some days it's not going to go as well as others, but you have to just deal with that. But well, like people should be trying to support each other, try and encourage each other to do what they want to do in life, and not try and put each other down. But unfortunately, there's this thing called tall poppy syndrome, where if somebody has ambitions, things that they want to achieve in life, and others will just try and tear them down. And because they themselves, that they don't want to do what it takes to get there. So maybe that they're jealous. They'd want to be where you want to be, but then it's easier for them to just tear you down instead of actually working at it themselves and putting in that effort. So there's a lot of jealousy and envy out there, and you got to just deal with that. You get haters, you get trolls and whatever. So I had some real life troll that I had to deal with a while ago doing it. And they almost put me off doing it altogether. It was just being horrible. I almost literally I got really quiet. Sort of I'm just like it just got crazy. Like it was it's just sad, isn't it, when people feel the need to try and tear others down. It shows that they lack the I don't know, I guess maybe some of them just lack the drive or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm okay. It's just you're going to get these sort of people who are negative. But the thing is, if you let them get to you and stop you from doing it, then they win. So you have to keep going despite those people and just be like, I'm not going to let you win because you ain't worth it, But I mean, I wish everybody well and all that, but it's like, but by, caving in, then it's weakness and that's what, that's what they want. But there's certain things that can happen, certain people who are bullies and trying to harass you and stuff like that, but we just have to take it as what doesn't kill you makes you stronger kind of thing, and just try and rise above it, and you'll over time become more resilient and you get used to these sort of things. But it's probably good to have somebody with you. I don't really usually have somebody with me when I'm doing the busking. Usually I'll just kind of do it on my own, and so somebody could harass you, but then if they were with somebody, they might be less likely to do it, and if they do it, they're a lot more likely to just back off because they're afraid to deal with that. So, but there was two of these people, and they were just, it was mainly one of them, but he had this other guy with him, and but anyway, it's just sad, really, isn't it? They put all that energy into actually just trying to better themselves. So you get these trolls that try and mess around, and imagine if they put all that energy into something meaningful. It's just oh well. Anyway, not like we're getting anybody else in here then, does it? Time we're on. Don't know if they're going to come over from Yogi's live or something, but I guess it's just one person here right now. Oh, turned that off by accident. Oh, Haley, how you doing? Hope you're all well today. To see you all. So I'm going to do busking today. Give that a go, I think. So I was talking with someone yesterday at the parties because they'd actually done busking before once in York, and she says she made £30 in 2 hours, but I'm like, I wish I could do that every time. Like, that would be good. it might be song choices part of it. So you got to make sure that your song choices are like kind of, yeah, thank you, Haley. The song choices have to be like, yeah, it have to be something that's like gonna, be recognizable, I guess. Because it's like, when you're singing stuff about, like, say, like a song that's not very common, known about, like, it's like you're just gonna maybe not get as much reaction. Whereas if you're singing something like something quite popular, something quite recognizable, then they're more likely to give money to you. So that's the thing. You kind of have to pander a little bit to people's kind of what people are into, I guess. Because if you just do songs that you want to play, then it's like, I mean, it's good to see people happy and stuff. So so it's good when people show like appreciation or something. Anyway, thank you for the likes, everybody. Yeah, song choices matter, and that's something I've realized. It's just, yeah, yeah. So I'll try see what songs I can do, and yeah, see how it goes. Really, see if I can. Yeah, if I could get like £30 in 2 hours, that's like a pretty good rate. I mean, that would be like 4 hours. That's like £60. I mean, that's literally more than minimum wage actually, and you're not really taxed on that as well. Because with even at minimum wage, you're already getting taxed if you're working full time. That's the thing. It's like you're already. I think it's like 12,500, whatever it is. That's when you start getting taxed. So, I mean, if I could make, I mean, even if it was like £10 an hour, it's still not bad for just standing around singing in town, whatever. Are you back for a bit? Okay, welcome back. I mean, so if I could make that much, I'd be like pretty happy. Like, but yeah, I mean, £15 an hour would be really good. But yeah, just for like doing that, I mean, because like I say, if I was out for like, yeah, say if it was 3 hours, that'd be like £45. If it was 4 hours, it'd be like £60. If I could make that, that'd be great. But obviously, it's going to be a bit random. Some days it's going to be a bit more than others. But yeah, just I mean, £60 a day. If I did that, say 5 times a week, that's £300. That'd be like £1,200 a month just from doing that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, hope everyone's well. We had someone super chat me last night, so yeah, I can't remember what the name was, but yeah, it's good when people show support like that and send a little contribution or something. But yeah, obviously it's not something that I'm expecting of people, but it's nice when it happens. It's random gestures and things like that. Yeah, that's the only thing. YouTube takes quite a big cut. I'm not exactly sure because I remember in some cases it was 30%, but then I've also heard it can take up to about 45%. So I'm not exactly sure because I've seen different numbers. But yeah, it might even I'm not exactly sure, but it's almost half anyway. It's not good. Oh well. That's the only thing with these things. It's just whereas on Kick they only take 5%, but then the catch with that is that they're putting it up to some Crypto gambling. It's like, hello, Tiger. Not seen you for a while. How you doing? Hope you well. They shouldn't take any they make enough from ads. I know exactly. It's bullshit, isn't it? Now you might say, well, live streams don't really generate as much from ads. Maybe yeah, I could argue that. I guess I don't know, but still, it's taking the piss, isn't it? Really. I mean, I'd say they're already making too much from the ads. I think they should only make probably about 10-20% from ads. And same from like the super chats as well. I mean, they shouldn't be taking anywhere near what they take, really, but yeah, they're just greedy bastards, aren't they? Just trying to squeeze every bit, and then you've got like YouTube Premium as well. That's another one. That's a way of blocking ads, but then they're trying to stop ad blockers or something because if it's like they're trying to make it hard for people to access it or something. If I remember. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, exactly. Just a bunch of like greedy bastards, to, to put it lightly. Um, but yeah, so like, so if people want to get into training, then they shouldn't just like overthink too much. Should just try and lift some weights and do it in different angles, hit muscles at different angles, do it with a certain intensity and a certain number of amount of volume and things like that. Eat, get the right nutrients in your body, rest and recover. It really isn't that difficult to do. I mean, it's difficult as in like it's hard, but it's like as in it's simple. It's just you do a few basic things and then you get the results. But people try and overcomplicate it with science based, and if anything, it just muddies the waters even more, makes people even more confused. Like people are looking for clarity, but then they keep seeing conflicting stuff on. Oh, should you do stretch partials, or whatever, or should you do, whatever? It's like none of that stuff's relevant. You need coffee where you get the funds directly with no cuts. Coffee, what's coffee or Ko-fi? I don't know what that is. I mean, there's things like Patreon, but even they take a small cut. Like I think there's what other ones is there? Buy me a coffee. Do they take a cut? I'll have to add PayPal as well at some point as well. I'll put it into the description or something so people can send a direct contribution. Because then it's like they only take a very small cut. Or it's an alternative Patreon. So how do they make money from that then if they're not taking a cut? They've got to be making money somehow, right? Anyway, thank you for the 7 likes, everybody. How can they do it without taking the cut? But how else are they making money? Is it like a donation thing or something? But yeah, so I was like looking into things like active recovery and I do a lot of walking around and stuff. So I think that probably helps really because it's about getting the blood to the muscles and also getting rid of any lactate buildup and stuff like that. So it talks about here faster recovery time speeds up the body's ability to bounce back after intense exercise. Reduce muscle soreness, helps alleviate the soreness and stiffness that comes with hard workouts. Improve blood circulation. Low intensity movement encourages blood flow, which helps deliver essential nutrients to muscles. Enhanced mobility. Gentle movements can help maintain or improve flexibility and range of motion. Lower injury risk. By improving recovery, it can help lower the risk of injury in future workouts. Yeah, I do take creatine, yeah. They get more. What do you mean they get more what? Sorry. Yeah, I think creatine is important for most people if you want to maximize your results. But I've seen like how it can improve like getting rid of lactic acid and stuff. I'm just seeing if it can help build muscle faster or build more muscles. And then it says it helps you build more muscle by increasing blood flow, which delivers necessary nutrients for repair, and by facilitating the removal of metabolic waste products from muscles. Yeah, I mean, creatine, it's not going to help massively, but it's like give me a noticeable result within a few weeks. It depends on each individual, but I may have benefited more than the average person. But I think there's a benefit to taking it for most people. There is some people that are non-responders. That could just be that they get enough from the diet. If you don't get enough from your diet, then you probably should be taking it. But there is ways of getting it without, like, for example, if you find you're getting the bloating symptoms, maybe just take it throughout the day. So then you're like, for example, most people might take about 3-5 grams a day. Maybe just take a gram 3, 4, 5 times a day, space it out, and make sure you just drink enough water. So if you're having it all in one go, for some people that might be bad, but there might be ways of doing it with a more kind of, I think there's ways of doing it like slower release ones and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure if those exist, but like, if I remember, there's ones that have been designed to be, to prevent bloating and stuff like that. Hi, John. Hope you're well. Welcome in. No, what you mean? No. Well, if someone's going to say no, then no what? What are you on about? Anyway, who's still in here then? CC, are you still there? But yeah, so I definitely had some results. The results are going to vary, obviously, but yeah, some people are going to get minimal to no results from creatine, but it's just, but most people can probably benefit somewhat from it. But there's actually evidence that it might actually be good for the brain as well. Are you just being silly? Okay. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. I don't know if people are being serious at times and stuff, so. Okay, so yeah, like, that if you take over a certain amount, that's when it can start benefiting the brain, apparently. Like, neurological benefits of creatine. There's been some research on that. They reckon it might even help to delay onset of Alzheimer's because of its because of the neurological benefits that improve mitochondria in the brain or something. Because it gives more ATP to the brain, so then, because basically, ATP is the energy currency. That's how we have energies. It's a thing called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. Sorry, John. What do you mean? So like I was saying about the active recovery stuff, but it could be a good idea to combine active recovery with passive recovery. So what I mean is like doing some meditation, because if you say do like you do your active recovery, you help to get the nutrients into the muscles, get rid of metabolic waste, and then you would have some time of just relaxation and just get into more of like a meditative state, and then you can lower your cortisol and but you might find that you just have a naturally lower cortisol over time as you do it more, and studies have shown that it can reduce cortisol by up to about 25% just by doing that. So high cortisol will suppress growth hormone, which is important for like muscle growth. So it can so you can increase your growth factors by prioritizing some rest, but there might be some use for active recovery as well, just by doing gentle movements, whether it be walking, whether it be some stretches, whatever it might be, just going for a gentle swim or a gentle bike ride, just something to get the muscles moving, and then you could do some, focus on recovery. So that's one way to kind of like deal with it, sort of thing. But sometimes I might wake up and there's like some metabolic waste, so I just kind of move around, get it all, flowing. It just seems to help get rid of the waste out of the body, and not sure if it's like to do with the lymphatic system or just the blood or whatever, but it's I do feel like it benefits, because sometimes I'll wake up and I feel like a bit, I don't know if I can work out today, but then later in the day, and then like feeling better. I remember I was like trying to do this thing where I was skipping a day of working out, sort of do like alternate day workouts. This was probably like back end of last year or beginning of this year, sometime around then. And the problem is that I was kind of like, didn't need to do that, because I realized that I was putting unnecessary strain on my shoulders by doing certain movements, like I was trying to train for the one arm push up and doing things without adequate amounts of warm ups and stuff like that. Also trying to do tricep dips with way too much range of motion, which then puts unnecessary strain on the shoulders. Or glycinate. I don't know really, but maybe that can help. But it's just, I remember someone was talking about doing that or something, but I thought you said you'd done that or something, or was that somebody else? Well, I find just working out, like just doing the workouts and stuff, helps me get more sleep in of itself. I push myself to my limits, and just I can't not get sleep if I'm doing that, because I'm just that kind of tired, basically. But like meditation can help as well. So maybe like it might be a good idea to like turn the lights off and then just do like a few minutes of meditation before going to bed. Maybe that can help it as just a way to kind of prime you for getting to sleep. But yeah. Well, when you're talking about like magnesium, then wouldn't you just maybe get it more from your diet or something, like eat magnesium rich foods? There's a lot of foods that are high in magnesium, like not exactly sure, but I think if I remember, hemp seeds are a good source of magnesium. I think even like dark chocolate, if I remember, is a good source of magnesium as well. If I remember, I'm not sure if I know it's high in zinc, but yeah, I know like I think hemp's good for magnesium as well, if I remember. But yeah, walking's a good one. But I find if I do something more intense, that helps more, because walking is something I could just do all day and not feel tired. I guess it depends on how adapted you are to it. I've had times where I've walked for like several hours and still not feel tired. But yeah, I mean, yes, but you can get same measured doses through food like a supplement. Well, it's just that through food you're getting a lot of other nutrients as well. I don't think people should necessarily be using supplements to replace what they should be getting from their diet, because you're isolating a single nutrient, but then the diet is more holistically going to have those a lot more nutrients and stuff in it. Like, so it just yeah, so I can walk 2 to 3 hours, no problem, just a time issue. Yeah. Obviously some people are going to struggle, especially if they've got sedentary jobs and they don't really have much time to walk, I guess. Yeah, it depends really, but some whole foods are expensive, but I feel like when it comes to like foods and stuff is like, if you have like, the thing is with like the way that they are and the whole package is probably better. There's this argument about isolating vitamins and minerals and stuff that we can't be sure if we're getting the right amount, because everybody's going to be different. Everybody's needs are different. But apparently, the way it works with food is that your body will only get what it needs from the food. And it's also comes with things like cofactors, which are important, because I've actually heard how they can actually be kind of bad for you if they lack those cofactors. I guess if it's made from a whole food, but for example, people taking vitamin C, which is actually not vitamin C, it's a thing called ascorbic acid, which, yeah, it's kind of like it's like an isolated version, but it's not got the cofactors. And apparently, without the cofactors, it's not very good or something. And yeah, it can act as vitamin C, but it needs the cofactors, and then the body then has to. But it puts more burden on the body to then make those cofactors and then try and, I don't know. That's what I've been hearing anyway. That oh yeah, making your own soup's probably going to be better than buying ones. That, yeah. I was thinking about making something like just a simple soup or something. Um, it's a simple vegetable soup or something. But yeah, it's like, but yeah, obviously hemp seeds are quite expensive, but even just things like a lot of nuts have magnesium in them, so I just get most of it from that, I think. But yeah, dark chocolate apparently has it. I think so, anyway, if I'm not mistaken. They're usually cheap. But yeah, that's the thing, is that healthy food doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to take forever as well. I may try making something later. I'm not too sure, but I was thinking about doing some recipe. Um, I was also looking into doing some like persimmon and cocoa dessert, which is like a healthy dessert basically. Because all you do is you just mix persimmon with cocoa to create like a kind of pudding sort of texture. So I've never tried doing that, but it looks nice. But yeah, I have tried persimmon before, but I should have took the skin off. Really, it wasn't very nice to have that skin on, really. But yeah, so but yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I would do. I mean, maybe I'll try doing like a curry as well at some point. I could try and film some stuff actually. Um, what could I make? Let's have a look. Have I got some? Have I got some? Yeah, I've got some lentils. something with that. So I could just do like a kind of maybe like a vegetable soup with just some lentils in it, which are a good source of protein. So I could just chop up some potatoes and maybe some carrots or a sweet potato, something like that. Not too sure yet, but I could do chop up some like, what else would I put in? Probably some garlic, veg stock, maybe some like peas, possibly. Something like that I could do. Just a simple recipe, really, but yeah. Peas are pretty good in protein as well, so yeah. But yeah, that should be like pretty darn cheap, so yeah. But if I'm doing my own potatoes, I'll probably just keep the skin on because they say most of the goodness is actually in the skin. So I just kind of like probably do that. So maybe I could like film that later. I don't know. If people want to see that. If people want to see me like film some like cooking. I could try some different soups. I've done like different ones, like ones with like mixed beans in it and stuff like that. Well, that was like a chili. That's a good recipe as well that I've done before, and I've got some like brown rice there that I need to use up, so I might do some with that. Well, you eat a lot of right. Well, you make your own mayo. Yeah, you can do that, can't you? Yeah. Hello, Squirrel Sniper. How you doing? You all right? Good to see you. Another recipe I might do is actually just so I've got brown rice, and I might do some put some mushrooms in it, and some what else? Maybe some like I'm not trying to think like what I would use really. So yeah, probably like I don't know. I could yeah. I might try sort of like using some barley at some point as well. I might try that. That's a good one for like making soups with as well. Like barley or lentils or things like that. I used to make a curry with like Mediterranean vegetables. So I had like courgettes and peppers and things like that in it. But I'm probably just better off just buying the single ingredients would be cheaper. But yeah, if you're actually making a curry from scratch, it's a bit tricky because you have to like do the whole kind of curry paste. So you have to like blend up some like mix of stuff. Like you just have to cook the onions first and the garlic and then blend it all up and put some like ginger in it or something, and you know, blend it all up, and you know, it's just a bit of a Tuscan white bean soup. I don't know. Is that from Tuscany? I guess. Yeah, black beans are a good one for like making chilies with as well. I think the one I did was like black beans and kidney beans. I suppose. I guess I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just thinking what I will do later. Probably just maybe I should do something with the brown rice. I could just shove some like mushrooms in it or something. Yeah, so I'll probably do like do it with mushrooms and what else? Probably maybe I could put some like onion in it and garlic. I don't know if there's any like herbs I could use really, but maybe I'll put some like pepper in it or something. And I'll put veg stock in it and just like yeah, just think if there's anything else I would put in that. I've never tried miso before. Is any? I've heard that's a bit of like an acquired taste or something. Well, there's a thing called miso soup or something, but is that worth a try? Because I've heard it's supposed to be like a bit of a. Some people love it and some people hate it or something. Maybe I could try some recipe to do that or something. Is it hot? I don't know if it's hard to make, but miso soup. I once made a apple and blackberry crumble. It was like from foraged blackberries and apples. So let's see, miso soup recipe. So it says, what is it? 4 cups dashi stock or 4 cups water plus two. Oh, it's like, I don't know. Sounds like it could be a bit of a, yeah. Well, the one night I made was quite a different recipe. I actually used, dates in it. Oh, he makes a good crumble, does he? Anyway, so thank you for the 8 likes, everybody. It's about you need tofu in it or something to make miso soup. Miso paste, right. You can buy miso paste and add water and Chinese veggies. What are they like then, Chinese veggies? But it said something about what is it? Isn't it Japanese or something? Um, let's see, where is it from? Yeah, it's Japanese. Yeah. Um, yeah, apparently it's come from 1185 to 1333. All Chinese veggies are easier to get in Oz. I also want to look into doing like sushi as well. Could be a good one, just a veg sushi with like, yeah, but this shouldn't be that hard to prepare really. You just get some rice and just like and wrap it in some like seaweed or something, and then Kaden, how you doing? Like in like nori sheets. Nori is like a seaweed, isn't it? That's good then. So yeah, what time are we on now? 10:15. So I'll do a few more minutes on here. Like so I'm going out busking later, so yeah. Obviously if you need to take supplements then do that. But yeah, I do take some, but I think we should be prioritizing diet and exercise and stuff. But yeah. Are you going go-karting? Oh yeah. Oh cool. I think I did that once on there was like this theme park and they let you do it. Feels like you're driving a car or something. It's like you're driving a convertible car or something. Or first time, yeah, there's a first for everything. Yeah. Anyway, anybody still there? So I won't be able to film the busking because I've got to use this phone for it, really. Otherwise, I would have probably, filmed it for you guys, but fortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that. I would have to have a separate phone, really. Anyway, who's still there? Probably get off in like a couple of minutes, I think. All right. Any more questions, people? All right, so have a great day, everybody. I'll be back later. So take care, everyone. Soon.